Nearly 38,000 migrants have arrived in Denver since Texas began busing them there in December of 2022. With us now is Denver Mayor Mike Johnston. Mayor, it's always great seeing you. I thank you for your time. Just wondering, what kind of an impact is the migrant humanitarian crisis having on Denver?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It is definitely both a humanitarian crisis for the migrants that are arriving, and it is creating a fiscal crisis for the city. As you mentioned, we've now had more than 36,000 migrants arrive, and these are people with incredible stories. These are people that are literally the huddled masses yearning to breathe free. These are teachers and police officers and nurses and engineers who have walked 3,000 miles to get to this country, and all they want is the chance to work and support themselves and their families. So there are heartbreaking stories every day. But we also know that without federal support and without federal action, the impact on a city like Denver is this would be a $180 million impact on our budget in 2024. That's more than 10% of our entire city budget. And so we believe there is a path to a solution here. There's going to be bipartisan agreement on how we can both increase access to work authorization, provide more support at the border, and get more federal resources. And we just need to make sure that that makes it through the House of Representatives, because otherwise cities like ours will be in deep crisis.
And I mean, that fiscal crisis that you talk about being 10% of your budget, $180 million. What is it how is that represented in the city? How is that fiscal crisis being shown in the streets of Denver?
I mean, right now, what we know is we are a humane and welcoming city. We are not going to be a place that's going to allow women and children to be sleeping on the streets in 10-degree weather or out in the snow. And so we are giving people access to shelter, helping them connect to housing, helping connect them to work. But that comes at a real cost to the city. And the trade-off is we're having to have conversations with all of our city departments about how they could look at up to 10% cuts across all of our city agencies, from Parks and Recreation to housing to public safety. And so we don't want to cut services for our residents. We also don't want to allow newcomers who've arrived in this city, often with just a T-shirt and sandals, into 10-degree weather, to be exposed to the elements. And so we want to both be a welcoming city and one that can provide all of our key services. And that's why we really need federal action from the House to provide those resources and to provide that work authorization.
Is the federal action only coming from the House? Is there something that you want the president to do? I know you met just recently with Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas, lawmakers on the Hill, other administration officials. What did you learn from them, and what did you tell them?
Yeah, I mean, we shared very directly with them the three things we needed, which is work authorization for folks that arrive in our city so they can support themselves, federal money to help us integrate them successfully like we've done with other asylum seekers, and a coordinated plan for entry so cities and states can share that weight of the folks that are arriving. And I think we're confident the White House clearly understands our needs here. Secretary Mayorkas clearly understands it. They are fighting hard for it. A lot of that was in the supplemental package they proposed. It seems clear there will be a bipartisan deal in the Senate that will support these kind of common sense solutions. We know that will get passed to a Republican-controlled House, and I'm sure President Trump will push that House leadership not to pass that. But I think the question here is, do we want to do something that will fundamentally address and solve a humanitarian crisis this country's facing and a fiscal crisis that our cities will be facing, or do we want to intentionally destroy that effort just to try to play politics in an election year? And I'm hopeful that we'll see the better angels of people's natures prevail and try to get to a solution that will have bipartisan support.
Mayor, I was struck by your comments about who these men, women, and children are that make this horribly difficult trek to the United States with the dream of being able to request asylum. What are some of those people that you have met in your city telling you about what it is that their American dream is?
Yeah, I talked to a woman who was a police officer in Venezuela, and she came with two kids. She was asked as a police officer in Venezuela to tear gas a room full of elderly people and children, and she refused to do that because she's a woman of integrity. As a result, state officials show up in the middle of the night to try to kill her and her family and her home. She immediately puts her kids on her back and starts walking 3,000 miles to get here. All she wants now is to be able to contribute to this city, to be able to help us move forward. We have a huge shortage of police officers here, particularly those that are women and Spanish speaking. She could be a huge asset for Denver, or probably for any community, and that's all she wants. She doesn't ask for charity, doesn't ask for any public taxpayer dollars. She just wants the chance to work. And for me, there is no more American idea than that. And she clearly is someone who is chasing the American dream and is more than willing to work hard to get it. She just wants a city that will help her be able to work.
Mayor Mike Johnston, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for everything. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.